sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me, but you did not. So I fell asleep with a broken heart.
Hey, somebody give that thing some power.
What?
This is how this
Wow.
works. Let me see. That was that the on button?
No, it's a phantom power button.
It's
Sorry,
the
folks.
Phantom. Oh,
On
Phantom.
button, power button.
Phantom button.
meaning-
My fault. System
Phantom is like
administ-
that mysterious power. Phantom.
Some of that
Phantom
strange.
power.
Okay.
And that's all I had to say about
Hello
that.
again.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the month of the day of the month. You keep kicking the camera now. You're gonna have to move that thing.
Yeah, all right.
Back to the day of the month
27.
on baby underwear. Is this real?
Oh, that's the day of the week, not the month. They have
Day
to
of
change
the
them every
week.
day, not the month.
Oh. So when they have a good poopy.
No, you bathe and take care of your kid every day. So
Curious.
you
Curious. I mean, I
change
had
their.
4 kids. I don't remember these things.
You
You don't
never
remember
had
a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that alone for both y'all.
That's okay. He'll forget I said it, so it's fine.
They're watching. Let me see. I don't want to say I don't remember them because I do.
I'm not gonna
And
say
they're
anymore.
lovely, lovely children. Hey guys, welcome to the Recovery Room. We talk about everything prevention, everything treatment, everything recovery, everything wellness. Obviously we talk about the coronavirus. I'm T-Bone.
I'm Chrissy.
Minister Sean in the house.
And that is his hip hop name as well. And so,
He's hip hop now.
so now that we've got Phantom Power, does it
Phantom
turn me to like
Power.
the Black Panther or something? Does it give me superpowers?
That's scary.
Extra
Able to-
voltage you threw into the mic to get it to work.
Oh, okay.
It's not like some 5G
Able to
wax
leap tall
stuff, is
building.
there?
So guys, I'm confused. Oh yeah, okay, we know that
I was
already.
gonna go there, but never mind.
Okay, so stay at home, get a haircut.
I need to get my nails done.
Stay at home, get your nails done. Stay at home or get a tattoo.
Oh, that too.
I'm confused. How does this working? You
Well,
know?
what really still confuses me, and you see it all over Facebook, is like, so Walmart's open. It's great that Home Depot's open, so people could do all the nice renovations in their house right now. But you can't go camp in the woods in your tent or your camper because you could get the virus being around nobody. But Mother Nature.
Which reminds me, guys, stop riding around up and down the street with your mask on in your car.
Did you see the thing where the guy passed out? Yeah, he's driving, passed, hits a tree. Luckily, hit a tree, not somebody else. And yeah.
And ladies, I think that it's about time that we change this spandex thing. I mean, I'm having real issues with. I mean, I go out and all I see is spandex, and some people should not wear spandex. In fact, I'm thinking nobody should wear them. I'm thinking this should be outlawed. Let's have a fashion. That is called a fashion faux pas.
Well-
and so let's get back into some real fashion, because this stretch pants thing, man, I'm seeing some stuff is boggling my brain.
But you're from Gainesville also, and so I think geographically maybe you're wrong. You're wrong.
Because he's like Sir Mix-a-Lot.
He'll take it, however.
I like big butts and I get their life.
Spandex is just fine.
Let's check and see if he has some on. I don't want to be whatchamacallit.
I have my jeans on, thank you.
Okay.
I'm-
Yeah, so
Capable of getting
yeah,
dressed.
you're in your car, you got your mask on. I don't understand. You leave your house, you got spandex on. I don't understand. So those are my two things that I'm having difficult. I think that should be the time that we wake the you know what up. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we, like puppets? Or we like, what is it? Like we animated? I'm not quite sure what's going on. 1 minute you're telling me to stay home, the next minute you're telling me to go get a haircut. One person says this and one person says that. Aren't we smart enough to realize that we're gonna die anyway, and we're gonna get a virus? We're gonna get it whether we stay at home or not. If it's your time, it's your time, man. You know what? I'm not saying being irresponsible. I'm saying stop looking stupid. Riding down, you by yourself in the car and got a mask on.
And no offense, but I'm sorry if that's you. Please, after this is over, stay home.
Yeah, because there's some of you people, when they do reopen, we're not even going to tell you.
You go to where you at.
I'm getting a little pissed here. It's making me sick. Not with the corona either. It's just, it's just mind-boggling. I mean, it's guys, there's this thing called natural selection, right? It's really, we got 8 billion people on the planet, more people than this earth can really kind of sustain, especially from an ecological standpoint, or especially from a what do you call feeding people, especially when it comes to feeding that population. That's just why so many people are so sick. You've got to create some artificial stuff to feed all of these people. And we got so many
That's
genetically
what
modified things.
Bill Gates and Trump just did.
Don't know what you're talking about. You might need to talk to them, because and listen, we've got Tyson, the biggest meat plant in the world, shutting down. We've got several big meat plants coming.
Smithfield, yeah.
Smithfield shutting down as a result of this, guys, and it's going to get like really crazy here when you can't, and it ain't going to matter whether you're rich or poor, because they're not going to have no rich line at the Winn-Dixie and then the poor line. Okay. They're gonna have to be one line, and you're gonna have to be separated 6 feet apart, and you're gonna get what you can get.
So yesterday we went to the grocery store, and it was the first time we had actually seen the aisle markers. Or the
Oh yeah, you can only go one way down the
one
aisle.
way, and then every other aisle is marked wrong way.
Herding. It's a herding.
It's like
Herding.
wow.
Herding. Are you a sheep? What are you? Are you a wolf or you a sheep? You know, I mean, I think that it's time to start making some real rational decisions. So let's get back to the topic at hand. The recovery room was started as a result of the opioid epidemic that now has turned into the overdose epidemic. That's now turned into the coronavirus opioid epidemic. Because it's two national emergencies sitting right on top of each other, and the one corona that's killing people at a very high rate, it ain't caught up with the one that it ain't caught up with the deaths due to overdose on a daily basis. It's not even caught up with it yet. But it's on the back burner, and I'm gonna tell you it ain't on the back burner because there's people dying every day. If you go to if you're not a member of the Recovery Room family on Facebook, type in the Recovery Room in the search thing and join us and look on there, and you'll see people are dying, and people are losing their kids. I mean, no parent is supposed to outlive their kid. That is not the normal scheme of things. So I think this is the biggest eye opener ever in the history of mankind. Okay, when you have to shut down, it gives you the ample opportunity to be exactly who you're supposed to be, to find out who that is. I got this one. It says just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. And that's what I want you guys that are out there in the struggle to understand. It's like, it's not over. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know how you are going to get clean. I know that I'm only here to give you the hope and to try to share with you my experience, and to say that, God, if it can happen for me, it can certainly happen for you. Okay, and so yeah, just like that caterpillar that thought the world was over becomes a butterfly. You're in your cocoon, baby, and you have the opportunity to blossom. Somebody said it to me the other day, and I said, well, I've been saying that for a couple of years now. Is that the people who come back from the break of just pure despair and disaster that is addiction are going to be some of the more powerful people on this planet, because we know how to. If you can overcome that, then you can do just about anything. You can prove that just about anything can be done, because the numbers are not so good. I created a group of people called the 9 percenters. The 9 percenters are those in recovery who have made it a year or more in recovery, because most people relapse within the first year, most within the first 30 days. And that's just not a good rate. And so, let's not take our eye off of what's happening with drug addiction, guys, because right now people are in despair. People are drinking more and smoking more and eating more and the whole 9 yards. And there's a lot of depression going on due to the isolation.
And
mental health right now is
a big deal.
Huge.
I know some friends that tried calling the suicide hotline, and they're on hold. 38 people in front of them, 45 people in front of them.
Yeah.
And that's just like, wow.
Numbers are staggering, and so I would suggest very strongly that we get used to this lifestyle right now, what we have right now, and it ain't so bad really. But you better get used to it, because the way that they're going about this, and it looks like a setup to me. And I don't know about you guys, but I kind of look at things and try to at least kind of piece together. And it looks like a setup to me. If the death rate is still rising, yet they're going to send people back out there. First of all, the people that are going back out there first, you guys are the guinea pigs, okay? Then secondarily, when that death rate starts to peak again, they got to shut it all down again. But this time it's going to be for the longer time, the time that they should have done it the first time.
It's almost kind of like in the same analogy of the vicious cycle of addiction. We're kind of in this vicious virus cycle. Okay, so great, it's going to come back, and we're going to go through this again.
Right, and we've already proven that, yes, we will be like cattle and herds, and we will obey. You know, you know, not being callous or indifferent, but there's gonna be some the planet is gonna always find a way to adjust. The planet is gonna always find a way to stay balanced. When we're long gone, and that's gonna happen to each and every one of us, because nobody gets out of this thing alive. When we're long gone, this planet's still gonna be here. Okay, and there'll be some more species that'll come along, you know. But we've had a good run here, and now it's time in this particular time in our history to wake up. Stop with the procrastination. Stop with the I'll do it tomorrow. Stop with the conformity. I bet you one thing. Here's an interesting thing, right? Think about it. How many of you guys hated waking up every morning and going to work? Whole bunch of you, right? Now you don't have to. How you feel? You know, hopefully during this time.
I would love to go to work right now.
Hopefully during this time you're getting yourself together. You're figuring out what it is you do, because that job that's not essential that you had, it's gonna go away. It's not gonna be there anyway, so you ain't gonna have to complain about it anymore. You know, and a very wise gentleman I know that is hugely successful said that by the year 2025, if you do not have a certain amount of income, you will be disposable. It's a very frightening thought. But
you're either an asset, you know, you're part of the
ain't gonna
solution,
be no
or you're part of the
welfare.
problem.
There ain't gonna be no social security. Ain't gonna be none of that stuff, man, to prop you up. You got to have, and it won't even be cash, obviously. It's gonna be a digital electronic currency, which is all it is right now anyway, because the dollar bills that they're printing are not worth the paper that they're printed on.
Sad.
I'll take some.
I'll take a few, though.
I'll take some right now.
Yeah. But, you know, all they do is just printing it, and it's got no backing. It's not backed by gold or anything like that. So
U.S. military.
Yeah, backed by the military.
That's right.
All right.
Spend it or die.
All right. Our
That's
producer's in the
sad
show
story.
today.
How you doing today, Don?
Bye.
He's got some opinions about today's topic.
Happy Monday.
And then, I think that, I don't know if we posted, I think he did it as a title, but today's
I
title,
did.
that's how we asked
I
you
did.
to,
I
this
got
is
it.
why we asked you to join the family. You'll get a notification, I think, when we post things, and we want you to post some stuff because, you know, conversation, testimonies, grief, happiness, the whole gamut. It's very important in the process of recovery. And so post some stuff.
I have literally been approving sometimes up to 10 new members a day to the recovery room. There's a lot of questions on there from people detoxing. There's a lot of questions for people who are in a hard spot and looking at relapsing that just kind of need some support. I try to repost everything to the recovery room so that anybody that can reach out, or if you have some advice or something, everybody right now, whether it's a mental illness or addiction or somebody, our population is growing and everybody can be there for someone right now.
Amen.
And
It's
if-
needed.
Yes.
If anybody out there ever needs, not right now because we didn't transfer the phone line over here, you guys can call the home number 24 hours a day.
I will post it.
She's gonna
here
post it
there.
right now, but it's
Hi, Buck.
941-201-5226.
941-201-5226.
Wow, that worked.
And I think Buck, if you don't mind, if you would do you mind posting that that's that site? Our Pastor Buck is in need of some help from us guys, and you know, we always want to keep our family, take care of our family. So Buck, if you'll pass that PayPal account or whatever.
Let's
You
reach
know,
out and help.
you know, post it there so people can know it, and then we'll push some people towards and let's help Pastor Buck through a little difficult time. You know, God is in charge and God works through people.
Absolutely.
And we've been praying and pray for him. Pray for deliverance. Let's call it. in a difficult situation.
So-
And part of that is money.
But isn't he in the Carolinas right now or something like that?
He's in Tennessee.
Tennessee. So, and you used the word Tennessee and deliverance in the
Oh,
same.
ding, 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 ding.
Just saying, you know.
Only in this man's head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's me when that used to be me when I was out in the country. Only brother with about 5-6 rednecks. It's a beautiful scenario. You gotta experience it for yourself.
I don't know. Did you have a feeling of feeling very safe?
I felt
or
as safe
very,
as
very
I could
scared?
possibly, and it was no fear at all. And to see, this is all about perception, right? You would think that would be the case. No, actually, I felt safer than if I was around a bunch of brothers, to be honest with you. So.
They'll pop
Or as
somebody
safe,
else's
let's say.
butt, but
Yeah, there was none of that stuff. I mean, you know, these are all these perceptions, all these isms that we have that keep us separated and don't allow us to experience our differences, because it's our differences that make this world the most, you know, what it is, so wonderful. If everybody was the same, this would be the most boring place on the planet, you know.
especially now.
Especially now. Ooh, I hope you got corona with somebody that you get along with. That's one of my prayers for you.
We done good.
You'd be in bad shape for it to be around somebody that much and you ain't like them. Woo.
God bless y'all.
I hear a whole bunch of
Once again,
I
that
hear a whole
number
bunch
is
of pin
941.
dropping. Some pins are dropping. It's like, oh, I can't stand this. Yeah.
I saw something that said 30 days in. Could you blink quieter? Like the smallest
Every
little
little
things.
thing, yeah.
Done.
You know, for most of you guys out there, you guys all wake up and like, all right, you know, it's another day. And for me, like, I'm afraid to go to sleep.
Yeah, I was
I
going
know.
to say wake up. I was saying you need to get some sleep.
I think we meet in the kitchen like every 2 to 3, 4 hours.
And
We don't sleep much in this house.
Speak
No,
for
it's-
yourself.
you come out playing tennis, you're out. I'm not sure who snores louder, the dogs
You
or
know.
you.
Probably me.
No,
I've been doing it
I'd
long.
go Leia, T, the dog. I don't think I really snore.
Not loud.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
I cackle. That's great. Thanks, babe.
it's so cute.
I called you out second in the line, okay?
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, guys, what are you doing during the corona? Are you putting your affairs in order? Are you taking the time to pull some stuff off the back burner that you put on the back burner? Are you making a decision to change your life? You know, there's that one little quote that says pretty much, that says it all. If I can find it here.
If you don't make a choice, you made the decision.
No, that one about you'll look up and things will be completely different.
Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start again. And
That
now's a
one.
good time to do it.
It says, you posted it the other day, and in fact, it says, imagine how incredible you'd be 1 year from now if you stopped fantasizing about a better life and actively started building one.
Absolutely.
You know, and actually started building one. If you started today, not tomorrow, not like I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. You know, the best things happen when you go on your inspiration. The best things happen spur of the moment. Some of the best things happen when you're spontaneous. You know, so when you get an idea, and especially to remind you guys, call your people. If somebody comes into your brain that you haven't talked to in quite some time, they're thinking about you as well. So pick up the phone, call them. If you've had some beef, some animosity, if you guys have been feuding, forgive them. Make up, kiss and make up. You know, men, whatever, shake hands, make up. Right now is the time to clean out all the cobwebs, to wipe the slate clean, to come out with a whole brand new concept, a whole brand new approach, to find some good in life, as opposed to oh woe is me, or oh pour me another drink, whatever it is. Now's the time. So how are you using your time? The topic today said, reality, what a concept. Reality, what a concept. Is the reality, is it a concept? Because the concept's not real. So let's get to the reality. What concept are you going to bring into your reality? How are you going to perceive this thing? Are you going to look at it from a glass half full or a glass half empty? Or are you going to be one of those people that says, let me just drink the water and not concern myself with this that is happening? Grateful to have half a glass of water.
How can you take
grateful?
Right.
Oh, well, I was done. You said, how can you take what?
I don't know what she was talking about.
Me neither.
Like,
No,
over-
I was starting to take. How do you take that reality and make it into consistency?
Yeah.
Like how do
Yeah.
you take that
Well,
and
that-
make it? Okay, did you make it through one day? Okay, it's one day at a time. How do you take that reality and make it to consistency to where it becomes not that habit, it becomes a lifestyle? Is kind of what I was thinking as you started talking about that.
Well, like her son Drew came down to visit us, and the last time he saw me, I was cooking Cocoa Puffs upstairs, and I'm grabbing the remote control, thinking it's a telephone, and having full conversations with people that weren't even there. And then he saw me now. He's like, "Whoa, different person,"
Yeah, and that could be you.
That could be you.
That could be you. You don't know what you don't know, folks. You don't know what you don't know.
My reality changes several times in a day sometimes.
You can do that, and you can start your day at any time. You're having a bad day, you can say, okay, that's it, starting all over. Doesn't matter what time it is.
I know in the past before, if I had a bad day, I'm like, that's it. Gonna lay down, take a nap, wake back
Right.
up, and boom, here you
Start
go.
over.
Lay down, come out and try this again.
Start all over again.
I'll get up on this side of the bed instead of that side of the bed.
I'll walk around, I'll crawl on the floor. I hear you.
Says, if you always, this is Bruce Lee quoting, I'm quoting here, the Green Hornet.
The original Green Hornet.
Kato.
No.
If you always put limits on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work and into your life. There are no limits. There are only plateaus, and you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. See, you can walk in, just like you said, if you just imagine what your life will look like a year from now. See, when you take those first few steps forward, you can see further down the road. Then you can take another few steps and another few, and that's what we suggest about our addiction. It's like every day you got to start with an attitude of gratitude. First of all, that you woke up, and if you don't you'll start to see that each and every day things get clearer and they get better, and then you get this like this whole
Relief.
glow. Yeah, this relief.
This
It's like,
relief.
man,
This-
I'm not stuck.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not stuck,
I feel
man.
like your eyes open up wider and there's everything. So this right here, this pandemic is showing us that people can't sit with their thoughts and feelings. Welcome to the mind of a person struggling with addiction.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
I know, I've begun, a lot of my friends been sending me messages going, Sean, how you doing with your chocolate ice cream? And I'm like, I'm not addicted to chocolate ice cream. I just happen to eat a lot of it every day.
We just happened to buy him another gallon the other day. We're not enabling. He does it at a healthy rate sometimes.
Yeah. That's it.
Banana bread has become the unofficial baked good of the pandemic. Wow.
I got some.
Banana bread, huh?
Yeah, that's what it said. It's in the news.
It's on the internet, so it must be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let me go run out and buy some bananas right
Yeah.
now. Do we need toilet paper?
Always.
3.4 million homeowners skipped payments this month. 3.4 million homeowners skipped payments this month because they couldn't afford to pay. This is a complete redo, guys. This is it's not. We don't know what's going to happen with the economy. All we know is what we got to do.
Okay, so am I correct from what I heard? If we reopen, then like between FPL and water and like all the bills are going to be due. If we reopen, then everything's due.
I heard one thing that said they were going to, like, for your power bill, that you'd still get like a monthly bill, and then they were going to prorate the amount that you didn't pay, but all over 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw. I think it was Alabama or whatever who was opening up, and it said as soon as they open up, then all your bills are due. And I'm like, well, crap. I don't know if I want to go back to work.
That's when
those bills
That's when they move everything out, and they go, oh look, the fire.
Allegedly, no.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something different. I'll tell you that. But we can't. It doesn't matter. What you got to be gearing yourself for is to be prepared to pay it. I mean, that's what this is about. Be prepared to pay it, or be prepared for a blessing to say that you don't owe it, and you get to clean slate, and you start over. We don't know what's going to happen. I believe that the people that in power don't even know what's going to happen. They keep coming up with new stuff every day. And they're just as perplexed as I hate it when a bunch of old people run my life.
Me too.
I mean,
Why would you rather have the Tide Pods run in your life? Tide Pod
That
eaters.
was the instructor. Oh.
I'm just saying. I don't know. You guys didn't realize it was a comedy show here, but it is sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know though, because you see, just because you're smart don't mean you're not crazy. You know what I mean? You got a doctor's degree don't mean you're not a freaking lunatic.
Some of your most brilliant people are effing, lunatics. Absolute lunatics.
That's like saying just because you have a
Scary.
driver's license, you know how to drive
You
a car.
gotta drive.
No.
You're gonna tell me what to do, and you're at home when you get home by yourself, babbling and howling at the moon and carrying on.
Yeah, that's the same person that's in their mom's basement, playing Nintendo 64 or whatever else
I've
going.
watched a lot of Snapped. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people are scary.
What was that thing about being raised by a distillery?
Oh, it takes a village to raise a kid. It takes a distillery to homeschool one. So, all you homeschooling parents, I give you all mad props. Hopefully, you're doing your thing, and
Well-
your coping skills are on point, and you're not struggling right now.
Personally, I love the comments that the moms are saying, "Oh, that little bleep called it a bomb threat," or the kid goes, "I hope I get another teacher next
Yeah,
year."
I want to go to a different school.
I got a call from my son from his room. Said he missed the bus. He won't be here today.
Yeah, some funny things have been on.
Dog ate the homework. We don't have a dog. I just made that one up. That was good.
I saw one today said, "Oh, I was gonna go get the steak off the grill. The neighbor just went inside. He won't see me." Corona status.
Yeah, it's a different world, man. It's a different world, and I got to tell you, I mean, I had the opportunity to speak to a couple of people that are still out there active, and of course prayed for them and encouraged them just to stop. But they said it's tough out there. They said it's getting your product these days has gotten really tough, and if you don't get it when it first gets there, then you are sick as a dog, because it ain't gone. It's gone. Supply and demand, just like everything else. The gas prices went down because by buying no gas. Well, we got a month to a tank of gas.
Is anybody else getting 3 weeks to a gallon?
3 weeks to a
Like,
gallon.
I would love to get my RV and go travel somewhere, but everything's freaking closed.
Yeah. Yeah, the prices are down. The gas prices are down
Yeah.
now. You can't go anywhere, obviously. Then they skyrocket right back up when you get the chance to go somewhere. So
I know you got cheap gas, no tolls.
yeah, that's right. No tolls. I mean, we went to St. Pete yesterday, and I stopped at the toll booth.
Hello.
Hello. There's nobody in there.
You're like Bueller? Bueller?
You mean it's free? You mean I don't have to run it this time?
Oh, I got the story.
Speed
behind that.
pay, whatever you call it.
Sun
I
passed.
think it's called Drew Pay.
Yeah.
No, I heard that was Kyla trying to go get Drew out of jail. Got lost in Tampa.
Oh,
Okay, don't tell everybody. Okay? Jesus. It's not their business.
Oh, it's out there.
Yeah. Oh well. Jails are emptying out right now.
so
Hey,
I,
it's a learning experience. I'm honest with everything. It's a learning experience.
I see a bunch of my friends are on my page and stuff like that. But are you getting any? Can you read the comments on yours?
I've
Or
got 4, and I've been talking with Buck.
oh.
I haven't even looked. Hey.
I only had one comment from my friend Georgette, and she talked about the suicide rate and people just, taking their own lives, which besides the virus. I mean, that's a sad situation in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, depression. I mean, isolation. We see it every day. An addict alone is in really bad company, and so I'm just, I'm praying for you constantly, guys. If you're actively involved now, I mean, it's a struggle, and the struggle is real. If you're actively involved right now, now's the time. When they do open back up, whatever that means. Come out and be clean. Come out and be your authentic self. Come out and be that person that is always like when the drugs run out, it's like I quit. You quit because you ain't got none.
Come out ahead of this.
Yeah, come out on the top.
Be the success story. Be the success story.
Be a success story. Be your own success story. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for you. We talk a whole lot about how the storm is not your own and all that, but the recovery is your own. And of course, people benefit from that red sunlight you become too. But the real recovery, the goodness out of recovery is how you feel about yourself. When you can get your dignity and your pride back, when you can come from under that stigma of being the morally corrupt, criminal-minded, you owe it, they did it to themselves, and that thing, loser, hey, loser.
Or you've burned your bridges and you can't face people. So when you can actually walk up to somebody and just be like,
Yeah,
hello,
man.
hi, I am right here.
Oh man,
Live
that's a
it
beautiful
with that
thing.
fulfillment, that just fullness of, hey.
Yeah, and when you can look in the mirror and see the person that's going to change your life instead of looking all over for that person. When you look in that mirror and you see that person that has made those changes, I mean, I tell you, I mean, just from my own experience, Chrissy's been been sharing a little bit about her experience, but I tell her that I think because smoking is one of the toughest things to quit. One of the toughest things to quit. As a matter of fact, if you go to the rooms at NA and AA, everybody's quit doing all the rest of them drugs, but they smoke like trains. And nicotine and caffeine. Drink coffee like it's going out of style.
I would drive across town to go to a different meeting that was a smoking meeting before I'd go right there, to a non.
So I mean, giving up all that stuff and giving up smoking as well. I mean, that's a real a real change. That's something really to be proud of, and that's what happens. You get to be proud of yourself for the accomplishment. Something that a whole lot of people just don't get the opportunity to do. Most people perish. Most people, it kills them.
Speaking of killing and etc., the blood banks they're needing everyone's blood and plasma and stuff now. So if you can donate, please do.
And I have yet to, I've been remiss in my duties of changing up the information on the GoFundMe account, but also if you are not, if you haven't signed up to be a donor, organ donor, please next time, or go down to the tax collector's office and tell them you'd like to change your status and become a donor. We got a gentleman sitting here right now that is in need of a liver, and right now they gave him a little bit of time because he's seemingly very healthy, but I don't care how you slice it, you can't live without a liver.
We're pre-op testing is what they gave him. They gave him his pre-op test to then come back once
a few
completed, and we will go from there. So
Yeah.
the whole need is completely relevant. Just
Yeah.
now we've got
Well,
the
it's just a
testing to
different
add
amount.
to it as
Yeah.
well. So now it's just actually more anything.
Well, what it is it's concise, it's concrete. We know what we're doing. Previously we were just going for some kind of arbitrary number, and we still got to go for that down the road, because when the transplant does happen, all those things that we were talking about before are still going to be necessary. There's going to be a transplant at some point, God willing. And so there's a GoFundMe thing. I don't know if you can find the link to it, but it's got an amount on it. Forget the amount. We're here to help everybody. Like we said, if you can, make sure that you reach out. If you have to private message Pastor Buck Thompson, do that, and he'll give you his information on the GoFundMe. His PayPal account, so you can slip him a couple of dollars, and we'll post the GoFundMe account. Guys, I know it's just been a struggle, and everybody's hurting, whatever, but sometimes $5-10, man, is a blessing. It's a blessing. You can get, maybe some things you need, some toiletries, whatever the case might be. But it's a big deal, and so let's help each other. We'll post that GoFundMe for Sean, and Pastor Buck, if you would go ahead and post your PayPal thing so that people can reach out and help you.
Also, if you did have the coronavirus and beat it, my friend just pointed out that your plasma can actually help somebody that has it. They can use that for someone who has a compromised immune system like myself or whatever, as like an antidote. And for those of you out there that didn't really understand what the president was saying, don't drink freaking bleach. I think it was meant as a joke. I'm not exactly sure how it was meant, but don't do that.
Yeah, there's going to come a day when we're not going to have to be making these excuses. That man can go on about his life. He can go back to his life and
go
play
back
some
to your
golf.
hotel.
And, man, they've been beating him up so long now. You're just starting to
bad.
feel bad for the guy.
It's like Rocky 97.
Yeah, man.
When they said the struggle is real.
Oh my God. Anyway, we got some real cool sponsors that support the Recovery Room, and we want to give them a little shout out, if you would.
Spice up your next event with the Hammock Haven Experience. To find out more, go to thehammockhaven.com or call 941-201-5226. The Hammock Haven. Chillax a minute.
421 Sweet Treats is Anna Maria Island's sweetest little five-star cafe, located at 5337 Gulf Drive on beautiful Holmes Beach. For reservations, please call 941-281-2335. Life is sweet and full of treats.
POWarriors.com, the website that's dedicated to connecting our armed forces and first responders to businesses that appreciate their valor. For more information, go to POWarriors.com or call 336-501-0017. PO Warriors, protecting our warriors that protect us.
Nico's Farmers Market. We're here now. We're in the big and beautiful Nico's Farmers Market. It is going to be the bad butt
It's going
thing.
to be very, very cool.
100 and some
Very
odd
cool.
vendors, open air market, entertainment, which we have been giving the contract to handle the entertainment. We're creating the Oneiko Farmers Market Network, where we'll be giving news and just the whole 9 yards. It's going to be a really cool thing. And every weekend they're going to be there'll be live entertainment and bounce houses and stuff for kids on Wednesday night and Wednesday and Saturday night. We've set up a drive-through.
A drive-up movie.
Drive-in, not drive-through.
Old school drive-in.
Old school drive-in. We've set up a drive-in here at the Oneiko's Farm Market. It's right at
It's in the parking lot, not inside the building. You don't drive your vehicle.
Drive in, not drive in the building, but drive in. And what you do is that there's a frequency that all you do is you pull in, you drive in, and
you turn on your radio.
You turn on your radio to 98.5, and you get the broadcast of the movie in your car, just like the old-fashioned drive-in. And so that's something really cool to do. That fits within Corona restrictions. Your 6 foot, your distancing and all that. You're in the car with your people, and they'll have some food and stuff. So it's really cool. Wednesday night and Saturday night, check it out. It's 8 o'clock. The drive-in at the Oneiko's Farmers Market, located at what is that address? right by State Road 70 and Old 301, which is 15th Street.
Right
West.
Next to Habitat.
15th Street East. Right next to the Restore.
Yeah.
A drive-in every Wednesday and every Saturday. Check it out. It's pretty cool.
Very cool.
They came to us and said, "Could you help us do a drive-through?" We're like, We just said yes, and we were looking at each other like, yeah, we could do it. And we did it. Well, Don did it.
Good job, Don.
Thank you.
Drive-in Wednesday and Saturday. Really cool.
I know the people out there might be wondering, how would they know what movie's going to show that night? Would they?
You can go to the Oneiko Farmers Market Facebook page, and then as we said that we're going to be broadcasting, and we're creating the Oneiko's Farmers Market Network. So we'll be doing some broadcasting here. We'll do some updates on our show here, but we'll also be updating their page and so forth. So you'll be able to you'll know about it. And they're just obviously the grand opening is pending based on some county stuff, but just based on the fact that right now it's not a time for people to be mingling in an open air market. So
Safety first.
Yeah, but it's a really cool concept. There are going to be food vendors in here. And I know there's a couple of really cool, like a Peruvian and a Salvadorian restaurant, and they got these big old bag gas ranges, and
they have a good 5 kitchen setup over there.
It's gonna be very cool.
Double sized.
I don't know how you're gonna be able to deal with the smell while you're in here. I guess you just got to go and buy something.
What would be neat is if you could buy the fresh produce and then go over there and have them make it for you fresh.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm sure that, and if nothing else, that's where they'll be buying it. So it's a very, very cool thing. There'll be a little bit of everything, though. A little jewelry, a little clothing. I think obviously some cell phone stuff and whatever else they're full. Yeah, and they're full. All the booths have been spoken for, and so it's going to be very, very cool. And I'm looking forward to putting on the entertainment. And we'll be still right here where we're sitting, well, somewhere in here at least, broadcasting our shows, and we'll be broadcasting some live stuff for the Oneiko's Farmers Market. So really, really very cool. And guys, you see, this is just something that, when you start talking about being open to opportunity, this is something that happened as a result of something else. You meet somebody, and you guys connect, and if something else comes up and they know that that's what you do, then they pass it on to you. So that's how this happened. And so and thank you, Dee, by the way, in case you're watching, for the referral. And so, you just got to be prepared. You got to be open. You got to be ready. You got to be, what sets your soul on fire? That was something that I read a little while ago. What is it truly that sets your soul on fire? What gives you your passion? What gives you a burn? What makes you wanna get up early and stay up late besides the drugs?
What do you have a desire for? What fuels your fire?
Exactly.
Where's
Other
that?
than chocolate ice cream?
What are you passionate about?
Yes, Sean.
More chocolate ice cream.
More passionate about more. Okay, be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Be fearless in it, man. Go about it. See, the thing is that the most valuable property on the planet is the cemetery, the graveyard, because the majority of people go to their grave with their greatness, their gifts, their gold still buried deep inside of them. And so go fearlessly after the things that you love, that thing that sets your soul on fire, because that is the thing that will set you free. You see, they say if you find something that you love, that you can make some money at, you'll never work a day in your life. You know, and here we are in this coronavirus, and jobs have just been taken away. You know, and so it's time to examine whether that is the way you want to go going back. You know, maybe there's something you can figure out that's at your job that can make you more valuable at your job. You know, a better way of serving, a better menu, a better way of the POS system, point of sale system working. You know,
I think everything right now is like, life is 10% of what happens and 90% of what you make of it. And right now we're in a complete position of right now, whatever you make of it is kind of where it's going to set you up for now and moving forward.
Yeah.
Right now, everyone's in the reaction mode, like they were just reacting to this circumstance, that circumstance, whatever else. And, I mean, nobody could, other than the preppers, nobody could have really prepared for this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Other than the people who put it out.
Yeah, they're the ones who made the virus in the lab.
They already got the vaccine. Let me assure you that
they don't count. Okay.
They already have the vaccine. Let me make that clear. This is for somebody to make some money. Okay, and listen, at the bottom of the line, the whole thing is about $1. Okay,
take out a quarter of the population.
Take out a quarter of the population.
Chip and vaccine the rest.
And then and we find out how gullible we are, whether we will obey.
And those who don't will lose their benefits and everything else.
Right,
And it's gonna be stupid. It's stupid right now, in my opinion. But.
So as far as my fellow addicts, my fellow alcoholics, fellow all the addictions out there, gambling, eating, whatever it is, this is an opportune time for you to stop. It's an opportune time for you to stop, drop and roll. No, stop and think about it. Stop and evaluate it, and don't overanalyze. You know, there's a thing called a paralysis of analysis. We don't want you to get paralyzed with all the thought and fear, but go find that thing that moves you. Find that thing that you look forward to doing. I don't know, what is it? Music, film.
I was just gonna say, even if you take a minute right now to kind of sit and breathe, and I've been doing some meditation and stuff, trying to work on my sleep through my new sober living self, and if right now, I mean, with everything slowed down, if you could take a moment to breathe right now and just focus on like your anxiety and going, okay, I can do this right now. You have the time to do it. You just have to work on it. You have to do the work. And it's not easy. I'm not trying to go there, but it's just like really like right now is like, you don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Get the Calm app. Get the Calm app.
Yeah, I've been listening to
Listen to some rain and some oceans and some things, you know, and meditate to those things, because
you have to get yourself in the right mind space. If you're ready to do it right now, it'd be a really good time just to slow it all down, slow your mind down.
Excuse me. You guys, what's in the news?
I don't know. I haven't watched the news
John,
really.
You've been busy. You've been busy.
What in the world you been doing?
Sleeping.
Oh. That part.
But I know on the news they did say that the beaches were open, but they're not open. They're all chained up, and like they said, that's all Sarasota County beaches were going to be open today.
Was that as of today? And I read something that they were supposed to be open besides Lido.
No,
all beaches were supposed to be open besides Lido Beach.
no,
They're all
because
still roped off?
they're all roped off, chained off, etc. And
Well, I don't know, and that became effective today. See, that's what scares me. Some people just don't know what they're talking about. I don't know.
There we go.
Keep talking. Hello.
No, I was looking. I only had like half a head. There we go.
What do you need a hole in for?
Well, no, I only had like half my face was in a thing, and then now you're gone. But yeah, all the beaches were supposed to be open, and they're all still chained up and boarded up, etc. The boat ramps are all open though.
Right, yeah.
Well,
I don't understand why they were ever closed to start with.
they really shouldn't have been closed because
I mean, you would think if people are out there, I mean, they're self-isolating.
not to
together
mention
out
you can
there.
go catch your family dinner.
Right.
You know, to me, I didn't really understand why they had shut all those down.
That's actually, T just told me today. He's like, we gotta find a fishing spot. I'm like, oh yeah, some fresh fish and veggies. That'd be a wonderful quarantine diet.
He's walking this way with his new girlfriend.
I'm out of here, okay?
I quit. It's my replacement.
And who's this?
Here, take my seat.
I don't think she's.
Well, for the
I'm out of here. Bye.
is that PG-13?
That's Sean's one-armed girlfriend.
Does she have a head, or can I put a dress on her or something?
Yeah, really.
Oh, she's headless too. Oh well, Sean.
Could he maybe get?
Oops.
Could he maybe get the other arm?
Sight gag comedy.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
I don't know where the other arm's been. Let me just, leave that at that.
We can't name we can't name a dog. What are you gonna name that?
Yeah. Anyway, that's one of our mannequins here at the farmers market. It just spoke to me as I walked by.
What did it say?
Said,
I don't want to know.
Must have said, take me.
I want your job.
We're not taking it home.
No, we're not, because it'll just stay. You can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of them. Now that's art.
Yeah,
There's a arm behind the curtain.
I'm not scratching my head
That's
for
an
nothing right now. It's gonna look like I'm like,
Harriet,
Like an optical illusion.
Harriet said she went to the beach today and it was pure ecstasy. That
Wow,
siesta
congratulations.
beaches.
Was it
siesta
open?
beaches are open.
because it.
I can't get my computer to scroll. Siesta King Perez. Okay, siesta beaches are open, just no cars, coolers, and chairs.
Ah.
Oh, so how do you get there? What do you flip?
Levitate.
You swim. What do you think? You're going to the beach.
Bicycle.
Last time I checked, you got into like a vehicle or on a motorcycle and drove there and then parked there.
I'm not quite sure how it works during Corona.
How
They'll
does it
tell you.
work? Well,
Yeah, she'll tell you.
she's speechless.
I don't know, but I lost an arm out there.
It's rough. The struggle
It's
is real.
rough out there. Swimming.
Stay home.
Shots.
Stay safe. Stay home.
Yeah,
You see what happens.
Don't see what happens when you leave the house. Don't do it.
It's not so
Don't do
good.
it. Listen, guys, seriously though, if nobody's told you that they love you today, let us be the first to tell you that we love you.
Absolutely.
And this guy with some kind of pastoral type love.
I don't know. I was going to try to raise the arm and put it on my shoulder, but
You can hold it. You can hold hands.
I don't know where the hand's been.
Where's the Lysol? I need some bleach.
Yeah, drink it. Inject it.
Well, why is it called a mannequin, not a girlican? Because it's a girl, female one. Think about
Yeah,
that.
that's a good question. Things that make you go,
You can name it whatever you'd like to.
Well, guys, again, this is the recovery room. Thank you guys for tuning in always.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Keep your heads up.
Yeah, and remember that it's just not your aptitude. It's not how smart you are. God, some of my best thoughts got me in some of my worst trouble. It is your attitude that determines your altitude. So make it an attitude of gratitude, an attitude of kindness and love, and
Don't mind to say that.
what? Georgetto's okay. We love you guys. Peace.
Peace out. I think it's a blow up doll.
Oh God! Oh no! A mannequin. Somebody send him a mannequin.